burns price movement and more proposals for Terra Luna Classic. What's going on with all that? We will separate it in this video as well as investigating what is coming up without further ado for Luna Classic, so make certain to buy into the feed to keep up today. Furthermore, we should plunge straight into this video. So the worldwide crypto market took somewhat of a hit. We had the Fed declaration, 25 premise focuses that we as a whole expected, and afterward out of nowhere the Jerome Powell talked and the market totally failed. 3.13% down. 1.4 trillion is where we presently sit now. Assuming we head on down to the 62nd most elevated ranked digital money, Terra Luna Classic was no exemption for that. Took a major hit in the market down to 1241. You can see their volume at 74 million as well as market cap sitting at 730 million. So an important day in the crypto market, and surely one of which we were unable to escape for Dread and in Classic at this point. What I need to discuss in this video, all things considered, we realize that we have the Binance copies coming up very soon. It's continuously intriguing as we begin to move towards the impetus that will be that now we know from past burns we saw cost go up, and eventually the thing we're attempting to do here is eliminate supply, take out the stockpile of fear in Classic, lessen down to 10 billion. Is it aggressive? Totally. Yet, Binance being an ally of that, it's dependably beneficial to take note of that they are proceeding to help. So we got 8.849, which was 3 months comparable to about more than $1 million. This one clearly is only a month. So we totally are in our current reality where it is just a multi-day month, and eventually then we will see what the Binance burns come in, yet it does clearly produce some interest, some outright development in the cost, as well as we clearly then burn Terra Luna Classic. Presently recall that I generally say that bring down the value the more Luna Classic we in all actuality do burn, and again perceiving how that then, at that point, moves into the following one will truly intrigue. Presently $5.2 million has right now been scorched by Binance for the help of Fear Lunar work of art. You can see here we are proceeding to burn, but we in all actuality do have to see this essentially increment as a feature of the collapse of the token. Presently we can see here 994 million put into the marking pool, 13.88% as yet attempting to get to that $1 trillion imprint that we need to see for Luna Classic state. Furthermore, the explanation I bring this dependent upon you is there's an exceptionally fascinating proposition being advanced by Zurika. This is one of my local area individuals whose sort of work and talk through is enthusiastic about lunar work of art. Furthermore, I needed to sort of put this to you guys to get your vibe for and what your view for it. Furthermore, eventually I will sort of summarize rather than walk the whole way through. In any case, the connection will be in the portrayal saying come and look at it. This is probably as a com taking an extent of our marking prizes and placing them into the profit pool local area pool, and afterward in a general sense the burn wallet. We do our cycle as a Terra Classic local area hard-coded into the organization to guarantee that everyone makes it happen. That would take 5% of our ongoing prizes and move them in. Since can we just be real, assuming we are absolutely legit with everything, it doesn't make any difference how great the prizes are. Assuming that the cost continues to descend, the prizes are useless. What ought to happen is as the stock drops down and the marking goes up, the cost ought to increment. In this manner you get less prizes for something very similar, or on the other hand, while perhaps not more value that makes it beneficial. Assuming it's the opposite way around, eventually what happens is the profit pool will evaporate and the marking prizes will never again exist. Also, eventually the blockchain invalidators that totally keep up with everything could disappear. So most certainly beneficial pondering. I most definitely would gladly offer a 15% of my staker inwards on the off chance that it implied that each and every person that either marked, on the grounds that recall, on the off chance that you don't stake you're not getting everything except rather the cost would then go up. I believe it's beneficial to do, and similarly then we see the Binance burn. You see the $5 million from Binance. For my purposes, it's our responsibility as a local area to proceed to help that. So most certainly come and look at this article and let me in on in the remarks underneath your thought process. Yet, once more, huge news in how we eliminate supply from the round and supply. We can clearly see it here where we take the marked number out. In any case, again we take a gander at the local area pool, and this is totally beginning to endlessly climb. The profit pool is the finished and other inverse. We are seeing the profit descend in question and what's go up. Be that as it may, how the situation is playing out however is in the event that we approach the cost, we're not seeing what we hope to do, which would be the cost to go up, whatever, similar to I said, you're removing coursing supply, you're making the symbolic all the more scant. You by and large see the value begin to climb. Presently we had a very decent run eventually over the last sort of 24 hours. In any case, in the event that we look back out over the course, fundamentally since early February, we've been on a downfall. Presently we really want to see that flip and we really want to see that change. Furthermore, Things like the Binance burn, things like supporting the tokens and individuals advancing recommendations is totally the proper thing. We additionally saw an auto burn very much like proposition, but not exactly as exhaustive as the thing we're seeing from Sarika. So certainly advantageous proceeding to look at. Be that as it may, lunar work of art, I actually accept long haul this is an extraordinary player. I think the L1 group going into Sorav. May I once more, working out these are advancements. These are individuals thinking distinctively as opposed to attempting to do exactly the same thing. I figure one agreement, one objective with one drive and desire will totally make Terra Classic better and totally will push it in the arrangement and the way that we as a local area totally need to see that there. Tell me the remarks underneath. What is it that you need to see on the channel with regards to telling work of art? Clearly, I will give you all the most recent. Is there anything explicit that you would like me to cover off? Whether that is somewhat more about the L1 group, whether that is a smidgen more into the local area people or things. Be that as it may, let me know as consistently down in the remarks. Guys, that is a big update. If you guys enjoy the content you want to stay up to date. Thanks for watching guys, see you in the next one.